Let's see, here we go. I'm doing this correctly. Okay, why am I buffering? Oh, I'm not buffering. Here we go. Oh, I think I'm almost there. I think I'm almost there. Let's see. It says you guys are there. I gotta put on my microphone. Is the chat not working? Or are you guys being bashful? I gotta get my microphone on. Hello. Let's see. Oh my goodness, do we? Is there a... let me make the chat box can't be off. Can you guys hear me? Test, test. What's going on here? It's not like you guys to be so quiet. So I want to find out what's going on. Give me a little bit. I just need to figure this out. You guys know I always have my problems. Is it the app? Oh, I see a comment. I see a comment. He was rushed into a bunker on Friday? I did not hear that. There's a lot of news we haven't heard. Hi, Linda. How are you? So let's put a pin in that question that you have. I had no idea. Oh, wait, is this... I don't think this is plugged in. I know, crazy insane times, Mimi. Yes. That's why I decided to go live at the last minute. There's so much going on. And I've had a lot of questions and trying to trace back all of these events that have been happening. And there's a definite pattern in all the taroscopes that I've done. So I want to share that. There are other things that I want to share. But, hi you guys. You know, as many of you know that I am up north because we're kind of homeless right now until we close in our home. So I'm just going to invite you all to my closet. You know, if I were Marie, I would say, hi y'all, welcome to my table. I'm going to say, hey y'all, welcome to my closet. We can do tarot and laundry. How about that? Ah, darn it. Okay, so the other thing about being at the cabin is the router, and the Wi-Fi here is not the best. So even though I come in pretty strong audio, visually, I freeze a lot. I have no way to fix that problem. And so, yeah, this is a really, really, really weak signal. I wish more would come on. So, a little bit that I've seen with the protests now, and that if this were all, who in the world has the power to organize and have protests on this level with this degree of hostility when social media has been so blacked out that we have not even been able to organize them readily available? It's really hard looking at the images that are out there. I know there's a lot of hostility and anger and resentment out there from the images that they're saying, and legit, yeah, there's looting going on. And tonight I thought about that for a moment, and I'm like, you know what? It's the same populations to me in big cities, metropolitan areas, that are being exploited, and the death of George is being exploited right now. These are the same populations who many of them are essential workers who need to work, who have not gotten because of COVID, that the monies have run out. The monies have run out for legit small businesses. They don't have money. They've been squeezed out. These are, a lot of them are the forgotten communities who've had to go without for so much, living in such condensed, packed populations who are at extraordinary risk of COVID and the side effects as such, and the risk of death. For how many months have our populations been sitting and waiting without help, without food, who are falling to this virus in the most rapid of ways, where these corporations, the billionaires, are getting millions and billions in bailouts. Our airline industry does not need this. The cruise line industries don't need the bailouts. The people who need them, who are probably the most hungry, who can't pay their rent, we don't know what's going on in the background. And that's all I'm going to say about that. But as with everything else, these populations have been set up for this tragic failure of support. A lot of cities and municipalities have had to furlough workers such as police and security because the government is not refunding or helping them out with monies to fight COVID and PPE. So a lot of this has already been in the making and set up for months on end. How are you guys doing? I'm going to get off my soapbox with that right now. I just wanted to make sure I said that before I forgot it. Hi, yes. Oh, he was. Yes, these are insane times. Okay, how much am I buffering here? Okay, so I had just posted this recently. Does anybody here want to be a moderator just in case? Because none of my mods are here. There have been so many live streams, I've been seeing them moderating elsewhere today. So if anybody would like to volunteer, I would appreciate that. Oh, speaking of, hi moderator, Alternative Health Digital. I was just saying I have the best moderators. They didn't have to be here because you guys have been so busy. So I was asking for any volunteers, but I'm glad that you're here. Yes, you're here. Thank you so much. So much. And so, another thing I want to share with you before I forget, because in times like this, it's like, what do you say? What do you do? Somehow this book made it in with me. Going to the cabin. I have packed so much stuff away into storage. I have like an astrology book with me. This is my daughter's book from Christmas that was given to her. But somehow this managed to end up on the top of my things. I only have 3 tarot decks with me. They're all minis. plus my astrology. And so I was like, you know what? What I know for sure, I was like, is there something here for us? And this was already bookmarked. I don't think she's read this book yet. So I opened it to the bookmark, and here we go. I'm going to read these 2 pages aloud to you guys. She says, Oprah. I used to call her Aunty Oprah when the kids were little and she was still on TV. I'd say, Aunty Oprah's on TV. So these 2 pages, What I Know for Sure by Oprah Winfrey. Say thank you. Many years ago, those words from Maya Angelou turned my life around. I was on the phone with her, sitting in my bathroom with the door closed and the toilet lid down. Stop it, Maya chided. Stop it right now and say thank you. But you don't understand, I sobbed. To this day, I can't remember what it was that had me so far gone, which only proves the point Maya was trying to make. I do understand, she told me. I want to hear you say it now, out loud. Thank you. Tentatively, I repeated it. Thank you. And then snuffled some more. But what am I saying thank you for? You're saying thank you, Maya said, because your faith is so strong that you don't doubt that whatever the problem, you'll get through it. You're saying thank you because you know that even in the eye of the storm, God has put a rainbow in the clouds. You're saying thank you because you know there's no problem created that can compare to the creator of all things. Say thank you. So I did, and still do. Being grateful all the time is not easy, but it's when you feel least thankful that you are most in need of what gratitude can give you. Perspective. Gratitude can transform any situation. It alters your vibration, moving you from negative energy to positive. It's the quickest, easiest, most powerful way to affect change in your life. This I know for sure. Here's the gift of gratitude. In order to feel it, your ego has to take a back seat. What shows up in its place is greater compassion and understanding. Instead of being frustrated, you choose appreciation. And the more grateful you become, the more you have to be grateful for. Maya Angelou was so right. Whatever you're going through, you will do just that. Go through it. It will pass. So say thank you now, because you know the rainbow is coming. Wow, did I need to hear that tonight. And I think this is why this book made it with me. I don't think I've seen this book maybe once in our household, and here it is with me, with you, and I appreciate you so much, Oprah Winfrey and Maya Angelou. In this closet, in this glorious closet. Okay, yeah, so like I said earlier, I am buffering badly because I'm at the cabin and we have a poor connection here, so I cannot handle the buffering, the visual stuff. You can hear me clearly though. And so what are we going to talk about? I know you guys have lots of questions. I know this has been exhausting. I know I've been very, very removed from it. So I've been doing updates and stuff. This most recent update I did, who is this? Who is this? Okay. This is the only Terrascope I'm going to share with you guys. I was not planning to do a Terrascope, but I thought this one was important enough to leave sitting out. This is FVEY, Five Eyes. The Five Eyes is, you know, the US, Canada, the UK, Australia, New Zealand as a unit for intelligence. And so I was checking in with them and I was like, can you tell me, what do you guys know about the protests that are happening here in the US? Do you guys happen to know any secrets? What's going on? Can you shed any light on what's happening? And so these are the cards, and cool. So I'm asking here, I don't know if you guys can see this. I don't have the Lazy Susan here, so it's not that got packed away. So this doesn't move over so easily in my closet here. So So, what does Five Eyes know about the protests here in the United States? They know that someone's getting away with something. Something is being stolen. There is thievery. Yes, we know there's thievery, literal thievery. But before the thievery and the looting, there was thievery. And they know it's a precarious, delicate situation. But they also have the data, the information. They've known for a while leading up to this and throughout. They know. What do they know about the protests here? The biggest descriptor of it has to do with the government. This is not people protesting. This is the government that's at the heart of this, of what's happening this weekend. The secret that they know about this has to do with the King of Cups. You know, that's my Putin cup. The hidden enemy of these protests is the Star. You know, that's the card for Photis. They know that in terms of humanity, in terms of hopes and wishes, that the devil came and was unleashed. What's crowning the protest here? The psyops, the confusion, the multifaceted ops that are coming in from multiple hostile adversaries in this one big cloud of mush that is like a blanket falling onto us like a fog. They know that. That's what's crowning this whole thing. From lands far away, behind all of this is the Emperor, Donald at the behest of Putin. Five Eyes knows. Five Eyes knows that the shared resources going in to make this horrific mess, the shared resources of life and of death and destruction, involves the Six Swans mob. They know that we, the people of the United States, that the government has broken off its agreement with the people, that the people are now the adversary. They know that with public servants day to day, it was just a matter of time. Timing was involved, and anything free for all for anything of what goes. This would be allowed to happen because it was part of the routine. Anything goes. Chaos. The fifth house of the sun, this is China. China's behind a lot of this. For me, in the past, when I've looked at the QAnon stuff, always points back to China. China is very much involved in this. Five Eyes knows that what's at the basis of the U.S., their freedom, their defenses, is the indicted fool, Photis. In terms of communications, they have the Tower, the planning, the Ten of Swords, what they were going to do. They know about that, and they have the ongoing communications in terms of income gains and values. They know that we're all on defense. This is also my Facebook card, feeding us the everything. Feeding the psyops, gathering the data, micro-targeting, feeding us all individual news feeds so that no one can agree on what the true narrative is. Five Eyes knows. I have just had a sense of, with the disgust in what's happening, they're just waiting it out because they know. They have everything that they need to know. And so we do have allies. The world is watching. And they know it's not Americans. It's the Photis that, we're under attack by our hostile adversaries. So I'm going to leave this here. How are you guys doing? How are you doing? Yes, gratitude is powerful, but it's hard. It is really hard. I'm just so grateful we're here together. tonight I was really grateful that I started this channel a year ago because I was absolutely terrified. I was like, what's going to happen with that channel? As if I could do it. Terrified. Like I wanted to cry. I was so afraid. But it turned out kind of cool. Kind of a neat thing. So all of you, I am so grateful for all of you. He thinks he has separated us from our ally. Our allies are there. I see them a lot. I see Speaker Pelosi in conversation with them. It is so hard to take any action because remember, the Republicans acquitted him. It's like we basically, our hands are tied. And plus, I wonder if they knew this was coming down the pike, that, you know, their in case of emergency break plan. So, I want to show you something else, you guys, because I was starting to see patterns with the last Terrascope that I did with the quarter moon, and I was realizing this got started much sooner. Do you guys remember, I think it was like a week ago, what was that one? Where it's like, you guys, this is so weird. It was a new moon in Gemini Terrascope I did. I was like, this is so weird. I've never seen a Terrascope like this before. It's like nobody's talking. Everything is quiet. Usually I have all these houses. They're like people, like 12 people at a dinner, talking or fighting or making agreements. You know, every house, every area is feeding each other. And then there are only like 2 things happening. And it was so bizarre because the cards I was getting, they were just like, you know, not even descriptors of functional things. It was more of like descriptive things, like, oh, this is fire, oh, this is air. Well, yeah, I know that, but what? That's all you're going to tell me? Oh my gosh, do I love this card. The Void of Course Moon. That tells me this was planned because the moon guides everything. She guides the tides. Everything naturally unfolds from there. We, the people, this Void of Course Moon, sitting there on us, this is not organic. What happened this weekend was not organic. The Void of Course Moon means that she's in final degrees. She is not tethered to any planet, so we're just kind of at a standstill until the moon moves into the next sign. Void of Course Moon, nothing happens unless something's staged. And so this stage, wait till you guys see this. This stage, I traced it back in my Terrascopes, my weekly Terrascopes, to April 22nd, the new moon in Taurus. At that new moon in Taurus, I said, you guys, this is going to be a jolt of a month because Uranus moved into Taurus. We hadn't had it there since 1935, and it was going to be shock and awe. We had to hold onto our pants. This is the only week that I missed, and that was because Edward died right then. But in this deck, there's about 50, how many cards in here? 52 cards. Okay? And then so I do my Terrascope, and there's only 12 positions. I have done this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks. And each week, 52, 12, is that about a fifth? 20%. About 20% of the cards, 15 to 20% of the cards keep showing up week after week after week. I find this stunning. This past week, the thing that was giving life to this quarter moon, midnight, Friday night into Saturday, was the second house, owning things, and sacrifice, the sacrificial lamb. Sacrifice was with We the People the week before, and then GF was killed afterwards. The sacrificial lamb right now is Derek because he's in jail. The second house has to do with your values. So in Washington, D.C., the values have to do with protests and all this upheaval. Capricorn, I'm using them. It's going to happen quickly. So look here, we have the second house, sacrifice, world, the world card, and the 10 of Cups. The world, a successful ending, consummation. This was just from 2 days ago. Back on April 22nd with the new moon in Taurus, and you can go back and watch this video. In the 10th house, crowning Washington, D.C., represents a photos. He had sacrifice and he had the World Cup. Sacrifice and the World Cup. This is where I'm tracing it back to. And there's a lot of communication going on here. I remember the houses were so active in discussion this week, and then everything fell off. The new moon in Taurus on April 22nd. I was like, well, what happened April 22nd? What can we trace this back to that was a trigger? I'll tell you. On that day, April 22nd, was the day that I posted my video, Saturn Pluto 1, Kim Jong-un 0. I'm like, he's dead. He's gone, you guys. Have we had any like legit missile launches from North Korea since then? I haven't noticed. Well, I'm not paying attention to the news anyway. But that was April 22nd. It was Earth Day. On April 21st, Kim Jong-un was reported critical. On April 20th, crude oil went to minus $37 a barrel. And a reading I did around then was Putin was pissed. He wanted Donald to do something about it. And MBS, just all of them so pissed off and putting all the pressure on Donald to fix this. On April 19th, we had the Michigan protests. And that's when Judge Reggie was to rule on the Mueller report. So a lot of things came crashing through. April 22nd at the new moon of tarot, new moon of Taurus. This is where I trace back the origins of this whole op. And you can see like this week is blue, and then blue carries over into this week green, green carries over into orange, orange carries into yellow, just sequentially so you can see what's coming through. There's a lot of blue and green here. And even orange from May 14th. You guys, and then the yellow is for this current week. The yellow goes all the way back. This has been planned for so long, and we're trying to wrap our heads around that. And it's disgusting how much this population has been exploited. This whole time, for a month and a half, people have been screaming about PPE, screaming about protecting our essential health workers, screaming for testing so that we can protect our essential workers so we can open things back up, screaming about how this, the CARES Act and I don't even know what these things stand for anymore, but I just know it has to do with the stimulus, the economy, screaming about how that isn't working, people are not getting the money. It's because they were letting this whole thing fester until it got to a breaking point that people would break. Did you know that today, May 29th, Friday, that was Chicago's phase 3 of reopening. They followed their steps. And what happens? Everything blows up. And the first day of Arizona's official reopening, they had their Westgate shooter. It is no accident that we are having these mass problems, events, horrific time to reopening. And it's so Kremlin-y. It just has Putin's fingerprints all over it. It's just really so pathetic and small and cowardly because they're all hiding behind whatever. I'm just done with them. And they're going to be gone. They're going to be gone. This is going to end. It's really ugly. The level of terror is very high, and it's horrifying. But you can find the nuggets of inspiration in where people are doing the right thing and standing up and staying in their space and willing to converse with one another. Like I said, I think in my last reading, these people don't want to do any type of listening, talking. Correct? That's not what they're about. This is what they're about. This is the American carnage Donald promised in his inaugural speech. And we're here. He always tells the truth when people aren't paying attention. I'm getting really warm. Okay, how are you guys doing? Okay. How are you guys doing? Are you guys okay? Are you okay? Thank you, AHD, so much for helping. Yes, this Venus retrograde, you guys feeling it now? I said on May 29th, once Mercury moved into Cancer, we would feel the ugliness of Venus retrograde. I never like Venus retrograde. We have the ugliest ops. If we didn't have these protests, it would definitely be all about abortion and women's reproductive rights, because that's where they go for it. Oh, and guns. Those are the two biggest things. Oh, and healthcare. Everything that pisses everybody off. That's what they always go for when Venus is retrograde. I mean, it's just their absolute ugliest, filthiest self shine. So, anyway. Yes, like, ooh, somebody came and gave me the thumbs down. Thank you, thumbs down, because I have 32 thumbs up, and I love them even more. Okay, so I'm so grateful for you too, Cherry. So I thought I had a list of things. I think those were the major things I want to talk about. COVID. Okay, so this is what this Nine of Pentacles is very peculiar to me. This Nine of Pentacles showed up at the new moon, May 22nd, the Nine Pentacles, in the first house of identity. I'm like, whoever has the Nine of Pentacles? Comfort, security, oligarchs, in the first house of identity. For a new moon, what's that all about? Well, now we know the oligarchs are in control of what's happening to secure their place in comfort. And they probably think watching this type of stuff is fun. So that Nine of Pentacles, it traces back to, just off the top of my head, Bill Barr is the first. I think he might have had it on the ascendant. But all those yuck people. Bill Barr, Donald, oh gosh, Josh Kushner, Jared Kushner, Ivanka, DeVos, Chow. Oh, McConnell had that. Just all the really, really gross, icky people had that Nine of Pentacles. So I'm going to ask I want to ask the tarot, what does the Nine of Pentacles have to do with the protests this weekend? Oh, this is what we're going to do. Show me the purpose of the Nine of Pentacles with the protests this weekend. That's what I want to do. Show me the purpose of the Nine of Pentacles this weekend. What was the purpose of the Nine of Pentacles with the... Oh, to do a magical job, to work some magic. So the Nine of Pentacles, the oligarchs are all about working their magic during our protests. And that is covered in what? Because they're flipping caught. They're done. And make sure the world gets a different perspective, a different opinion of what they're going to see in the coming days with the protests. And be like, I told you so. Those people are blah, 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 blah. This is a function of the Nine of Pentacles, the oligarchs. Show me the three primary, most important reasons why they had to have these protests. What were the three reasons they needed to have these protests? One. Oops. Two. I have like no space right now because the legs of this stool here. Can I move this stuff over? Welcome to my closet, you guys. We're just a little cozy over here. What was the third reason that the Nine of Pentacles oligarchs needed to have these protests? Okay. There's your protests. They needed to have these protests. So, I'm just going to put this, because they're all going to jail. They wanted everybody else to go to jail. Okay, so the first reason we have that they needed these protests were the sword of victory, power, intelligence. This is like being at the top of the game to retain the power. But look at this. They're at the ace. Like, if they've accumulated all of their power, it's almost like this mountain of power has evaporated and they are at their final cause. Their last chance. What's at the basis of this sort of victory, having to win? Why did they have to win with these protests? Because of Speaker Pelosi. I'm just going to say I appreciate Speaker Pelosi so much. I know these protests have sucked, but this is what a fantastic job she has done to rile up the oligarchs worldwide, to stage this stuff worldwide. I mean, come on. I think that's like implicitly a victory for her. What's crowning this sort of victory for them that they need? Their desperation. What's crowning that? And what's in the skies above them that's crowning that? The intelligence agencies. All the crap that they have done with anything with communications, digital, whether it's crypto, whether it's social media, whether it's psyops on us. I mean, I haven't even been able to talk about Israel being under investigation with their Psy group, intelligence, military grade intelligence here in the U.S. being used against U.S. citizens. So I just, it could be me, but I think you need more than one sword to overcome an intelligence agency. Just saying. Kind of looks like poverty oligarchs. Second reason why the oligarchs needed to have these protests. They are having a living nightmare. They are terrorized with all of their wrongdoings. They know they're wrong. This is a nightmare. They cannot sleep. Oh, hey, Rebecca. Rebecca Mercer? Is this Rebecca Mercer with the 2016 election? Because all these oligarchs are in on this. Who's this Yahoo? This Queen of Pentacles. What'd she do? Worldwide elections, maybe? Koch brothers? Donald wanting some help for the elections to win unfairly? The Republican Party that has their voter databases housed supposedly on servers in Russia that are never, they cannot be subpoenaed. They cannot be FISA surveilled. Maybe that's it. Look up Chris Vickery and he'll tell you more about data being on Russian servers. And I'm sure Ted Cruz could answer that about his app that he was using, and I would guess that Rand Paul could as well. But there's not a Ted Cruz or Rand Paul card. Okay, so they need to win this because they messed up in the election with Rebecca Mercer. And Nancy has receipts. Who else is this Queen of... And coronavirus. Those are the three things that come up with this Queen of Pentacles. So, what's at the base of this Queen of Pentacles and her nightmare for the oligarchs needing to win these protests? Oh, now that looks to me like either Kim Jong-un when he was alive, committing offenses against us in our elections and hacking, the Mueller report, I would say Bill Barr, but it's not Bill Barr. He's trying to clean it up. He can't. He can't. He's just a turd at this point. So I'm going to say the Mueller report and, of course, tax returns. And I'll say Kim Jong-un hacking. What's crowning this second major reason? The Republican Party and or tax returns. It basically at this point it's all the same thing. The Mueller report, tax returns, it's just this one loops in more people. What was the third reason why the oligarchs had to win these protests that they've put on us? The bribes, the money laundering, oh my God, the crypto, the stealing, the quid pro quo, everything like that. The theft, the stealing of money, laundering, Paradise Papers. I'm seeing a lot more with that in Panama Papers. And trying to end things. And the people who have died and gotten in the way trying to report this. I mean, how many Russians have to go out of windows? How many people, legit, I have probably like 4 or 5 people I've looked at that this admin went, I don't think I've told you guys about, but yeah. So, what's at the basis of this that they had to win? I mean, because this could be COVID. It could be all the people that were killed as a result of their malfeasance, malpractice. What's at the basis of this? Moneyed news. This is the moneyed news. So this has to do with all the banking information that we can't get our hands on. So the next box, crowned injustice, that's in the courts, that's tied up. This is why they had their little oligarchy 9 pentacle protest popcorn this weekend. Because they've broken off with humanity and we the people. So that's what I wanted to look at. How are you guys doing? Ooh, I'm not caught up here. Hi. Who's here? Hi. Hi. Oh, Becca's here. Hi, House of Lenormand. Becca, your number 18 was showing up for me again today. Or was it yesterday? Hi, Lainey. Hi, Little Wolf. Oh, Dana Bente, yes. Yes. I guess he was asked to resign on Friday. And then I guess he did today. So, I'm afraid to turn on the news, you guys. I've been very removed from it all. Yes, okay, so there's going to be a lot of lagging here because here, welcome to my closet up at the cabin, because like I said, we don't close for 3 more weeks in our house, so we're at the cabin. This is my working space, and the router up here and Wi-Fi just are not really good. So you'll hear me talking, but yeah, I am just going to be very, very choppy. No, Terry, they don't worry about karma because they think they are the karma. They think that they're doing this, but I think they're getting nervous because of what they're doing. Okay, so, yes. Hi, you guys. What else? Okay, so you guys have any questions? Thank you, NS Junior 05. I mean, there's been a lot of things I've been wanting to cover lately, but of course, everything keeps getting sidelined. Okay, good. He's requested retirement. He has had, yes. Oh, jeez, anonymous. Okay. I know there's more things I wanted to look at. How about all those tarot readers today? What about a wonderful tarot Sunday to wake up? Everyone's just been going so strong today. I love it. I love this community. I love all the facets of information that they offer to us. Okay, so why don't we do this? Right now, what is this? This is, no, we don't want that. Let's see what's going to happen. So right now, the moon is in Libra. I think, oh God, it is still in this deadly area, life and death. It's about 7, 8, 9, 10 degrees. Libra, it's in this 8th, so 8. So around noon tomorrow, the moon is going to move into the 9th house, Putin's house. And then, okay, Friday is a full moon eclipse. The days just before this full moon eclipse, when the moon finally goes over the skies of Washington, D.C., is going to be a mess. You know how Donald gets really super reckless, does a lot of stuff, seems like he's really getting away. I mean, he does get away with a lot of stuff. But then all of a sudden it blows up in his face. Nobody can backpedal. There's no excuses. And they're so busted. That's the kind of stuff that's going to happen, you know, like starting Wednesday. I wanted this moon to move out of this deathly area. Yeah, we all want to escape. So I want to find out what's going to happen. What happens when the moon goes into the 9th house? Oh my God, the moon's going to... Okay, so it's going to be in hard angles to all the big hitters, Saturn, Pluto. Woo! Okay, so tell me what, like, tomorrow's going to be like. Like the late... How is Monday after 12 o'clock going to go? What's it going to be like? No, what are Putin and Don... Here, this is what we're going to ask. We're going to ask, what are Putin and Donald going to be scheming tomorrow afternoon? What are the scheming plans when this moon goes into the 9th? Donald. And then Putin. What's crowning them? What's their agreement? What is linking them? I'm going to say election stuff they're going to be talking about tomorrow. And the continued protests. And what to do about China. So Donald is going to be talking to Putin tomorrow. Power, money. Christ. And the Ace of Cups, which is that, remember I traced this back to how Russia uses this like transponder thing with someone on the ground here to make news that comes out that they don't like. Like Jeremy Bash got pixelated, and then the Michigan governor got pixelated, and like the feed gets cut out. Watch for that tomorrow. There's something they are wanting to do with the media to cut it out. I wonder what they don't want us to hear. Putin says, okay, so there's a plan that they were working on that was working out really well. That plan has fallen through. They can't pursue with that course of expertise that they wanted. Maybe somebody's out of the picture. They have to go do something alone, covered in Russia's strength, so they're going to be bullying someone. They're probably going to use this to try to cover up whatever they don't want us to know. And they're linked together through the Six Wands map. Trump, Putin, Unji, Netanyahu, yada, yada, yada. And they're crowned by candidate Donald. God, he's just like the worst, most pathetic, expensive candidate. I mean, what a pain in the arse. This is your dude. This is your friend. Ugh. So that's what they're going to be talking about tomorrow. Hey, you guys. Yes, I like being called a night owl. Yeah, I can't stand listening to Bar talk. It's like he's got crackers in his mouth. Hi there. No, I did. EVA. I have not heard anything about anonymous hackers. I'm not surprised because, wait. I know that the protests in Minnesota, there were several groups that the cyber attacks on the Minnesota municipalities. I did hear that. So I am not surprised because there are swords all over this quarter moon. So, Okay, show me the anonymous. Who are they hacking? They're hacking who? I assume, intelligence, U.S. Oh, I know about. They are taking cases, legitimate cases, filings, taking that information, mixing it up with wrong information, and spitting it back out as if it's an official document, and trying to link it to Floyd working against Donald. Also, I think on Friday, when all this stuff was coming out, there is another, not Oleg, but his name seems to be like an Oleg Deripaska. He's a Russian on the run who sent documents through his lawyer, I want to say like DERPACH or something like that, to release that he got from Ukraine from the Rudy Giuliani clan. So there's more Biden stuff coming up. Is that what you're talking about with the hackers? Yeah, the mayor of St. Paul said all the people were from, yeah, I heard about that too. Yeah, we are on so many fronts. Okay, so when people didn't really understand that our brains were being hacked, that Russia was interfering with the election, and that social media was micro-targeting people, because you could not see it, it was hard to believe that it was actually happening. Well, now, because they started this before 2015, year by year by year by year, this is kind of the fruition of that plan to hack the minds of Americans, and other countries. This is where I think when I was doing these lunations, and I'm like, why do I just have air? Why do I just have fire? I think these places where it says air, they were testing messages, and then they were, where it says fires, they were trying to stoke people's opinions to see what they could feed them and push the limits, so that when they pulled the trigger and everything blew up, everybody was covered. So now, in my mind, we are in that actual manifestation stage of having the brains hacked of America. You know what? So let's just do that. I'm going to say micro-targeting, like through Facebook and Twitter, social media, micro-targeting through social media. I'm going to do each year, 2015, 16, 17, 18, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I don't have enough space here. When Donald was inaugurated. Each year, what has it done to the electorate? And I'm going to put blue for Democrat voters. There's some red here, so I'm going to put red here so I don't forget. I want the tarot to tell us how, like Christopher Wiley's book, Mind F, how has it affected us to get us where we are here today? How does that sound? They're hacking Chicago. PD Ray, did you know? Holy crap. Did you know that this administration started selling off, of course, you know how we had to go to digital because of 9/11? They had to be, our first responders had to be able to use that other frequency, the AM FM frequency. That's why everything got turned to digital for us. This administration started auctioning off those frequencies. So, okay, and now we are being hacked? Of course we are. I'm telling you, Donald is an installed Putin puppet. Okay, cripe. Okay, so to show us micro-targeting on the electorate, Democrats, or the majority voters, because the majority did vote for Clinton, and then Trump voters. We want to see what's happened year by year. So let's look at year 2017. What did micro-targeting do to Democrats. What did micro-targeting do to GOP? 2017. Oh, look at this. I didn't even see this. This was on the top. Yeah. 2018. 2019. Running out of space in my closet. And 2020. Spying on us, investigating us, micro-targeting us. This is the card that comes up when they're like kind of casing an area for me when I look at events like the most recent one in Westgate with the mass pew, pew, pew. That is, they're like testing messages and trying to get their feelers out for people to do stuff. That's what they've been doing this whole time. It's just been sickening what this administration has done with data. And then, of course, we have the FCC, you know, and how the ISPs can have all of our personal data. Okay, so in 2017, the most profound things micro-targeting did with Democrat voters is they tried to divide us in 2017. So if you remember, right after the election, after it happened, I remember seeing a lot, like Jill Stein trying to raise money for this and that. I remember a lot of third party trying to divide voters. I saw a lot of attacks attacking white women, saying that they're the reason why Trump got elected because they voted for him. The research says otherwise since then, but that was a big one that I remember. Which, again, I'm interrupting myself. It bugs me that in the last election cycle that the soccer moms were the person to go to, and the soccer moms, all those moms were getting interviewed all the time on the news. When was the last time you saw like a typical soccer mom interviewed on TV? We're just seeing Karens and Susans and people coughing on each other. I can't even remember, you know? So that's what they did to Democrat voters 2017. In 2017 with Trump voters, oh God, they were gaslighting them. That's all. They were saying it was fake news, and they were replacing it with other narratives, other ideas. This is also kind of is like a Piscean card for me, like a Neptunian card. So like enhancing the dreamy qualities, the heroic, godlike qualities of FOTUS. In 2018, with Democratic voters, micro-targeting was using the government to find out who they were. To find out who voted for who, because we had the midterm elections coming. Who did you vote for? Look at those trends and getting more information for the government on who these people were. In the 2018 midterms, Trump voters got away with what? They stole. They steal more elections? What is this about? What did they steal in 2018? What did they steal? They stole the Fool. Is this 2018? The Fool. The Fool. Who's this Fool? I can't remember 2018. The Fool. When did Comey get fired? Successful ending. Because Barr came in and ended the Mueller investigation 29. I think this is ending Comey. They got away with a lot because they just started getting rid of people, and people were quitting in the administration, and so that's how they got away with consolidating power. And so I think this is why the Trump voters were like, yeah, he can do that. He can do whatever he wants. They were convinced of that narrative. Go away. So that was 2018. 2019, what they did to Democrat voters with micro-targeting. No. They should just shut them down. We didn't exist. Democrat voters don't exist. No, no, no. Just no everything to no. No. Because Nancy came in as speaker. They shut down the flipping government for the border funding. I am old enough to remember the fact that this president shut down the government for a month and a half because he wanted border money. But COVID-19, open it all up. We can't afford to do that. 2019, no what? No, what else did you do? Micro-targeting. Voter suppression. No, you're not gonna vote. You are not going to have access to agencies. This is what they did to Democratic voters. They put China on us, and they were finding out ways to outrage us and change the truth. God, these mofos. Micro-targeting. You need to find out what happens to Zuckerberg. Efferberg. And in 2019, what did they do with Trump voters? Praised him. King of Pentacles. He's the king. He's the king. He's immune to whatever, blah, blah, blah. He can do what he wants. That was the primary target. And in 2020, we are only, not even, almost halfway through the year. Democratic voters, they placed judgment upon us. Ergo, the protests. To blame us for everything from impeachment and having Donald acquitted. They judged us at every moment of the way. This is micro-targeting. This is what micro-targeting has done to us. And for the Trump voters, this is the plan. This is what we're going to do. We're going to speak in simple sentences. These are the talking points. They're like spoon-feeding them information at this point. So they gave them a great big platform of dreamy, ideally, whatever, oh my God, just a smorgasbord of BS. So they could get away with everything they were doing to praise Donald and just baby steps every day, step by step. And they have concluded that Democrats don't exist and they're horrible, terrible people. Rudy Giuliani. Where's that Fuckerberg? I'm sorry. I hate that guy. He is so evil. We are in Venus retrograde in Gemini. The last time Venus was retrograde in Gemini was in 2012 when Facebook went public. And you know who funded the initial public offering. The startup money was through Russia. I have the guy's picture posted somewhere in a video, but it's documented somewhere in my library of videos. But they're very good friends. They went to each other's weddings. Yada, yada, yada. Yeah. Micro-targeting. Yep. Oh! Alternative Health Digital. Martine Reed. Toilet paper experiment was used to see who could be herded into a small area on command. Hello. We have so much toilet paper because one person, I'm not going to say who, but one person in our household thought we needed it. Okay. So we got all that toilet paper. Hello. We have so much toilet paper. It's not going to storage. But the last remaining vestiges came to the cabin, but it's not in this closet. I am free of it here. Yeah, I saw the one in Tennessee. Yeah, that guy. Martine, are you talking about the guy who set fire to the what? No, the hospital was someone else. In Tennessee, the courthouse. Yes, he was impeached. Yeah, Rudy is in hiding, but all of a sudden, he pops out of nowhere. This is what you're going to get with the Democrats, with the... Okay. What is Rudy doing? Show me Rudy Giuliani. Wait. He has a court case coming up. See, I think Rudy is less safe on the outside than the inside, even though I'm sure he's afraid of getting Epstein. It's very stressful for him being on the outside. Oh, and Roger Stone starts June 30th. He has to be sentenced. Which one am I? Okay, Rudy Giuliani. I don't know what's going on. Well, what's going on with you, Rudy? He's going to perform some magic tricks because he has obstruction protests covering him. Lonely, lonely. In the past, Rudy, yes, you did what? Yes. Fighting back. Which is leading to more Russia. What's your challenge, Rudy? Consummation and a successful ending. And you're covered in dancing! And you know they would want to blame her for the protests, but they won't. Mother Russia, this is the plan, baby steps. It's a total nightmare. You're screwed. Yeah, you're trying to get away with it still. Nope, sorry. He was in Venezuela a month ago. Cripe. You know, anyway, yeah, I thought that I saw that, Kara, that they said the White House said employees not to come to work tomorrow. Is it because of all the protests in the area? Here, well, you know, why don't I ask? I've got some cards in my hand, in my closet. I need like a little folksy song for my closet. Oh, goodness, I just heard it. This is what, let's see if I have it. This song just popped in my mind, and I can play it because it is royalty-free music. I double-checked that. Oh, but it's going to get an echo, isn't it? Where is it? Oh, here we go. The Battle Hymn of the Republic. Why do I have this song in my head right now? Everybody sing it, you guys. Okay, why? I am not going to this. Here. I don't even know where it's playing. Let's listen to the Battle Hymn of the Republic. I don't know if you guys can hear that. And so I'm in my closet playing some Glory, Glory, Hallelujah. I am grateful for that. Okay, so this song was blaring through my head this week when I had a huge insight, and then why is the Battle Hymn of the Republic going through my mind? The Spirit wants to tell us something. The veil's being lifted. It's right there. It's right there. It's so close. This is why the song comes to you. The information is coming forth. It's so much is coming forth. It's just like endless. It's just going to start with like one, and then another, and another. It's going to snowball. we're going to stand our ground. It's getting to the, we are going to stand our ground and hold our ground. Nothing can buck that. And we can't see ahead of us and what's going on, but that's why that song plays for you guys. To capture your attention. Break out of this spell that you all are in. The spell. The information's coming. The right people are going to be sharing the information, and this is our victory of truth. Oh my goodness, what a mess this camera is. That's our victory. That's our, hello. Remember that Ace of Swords, the oligarchs? Guess who captured it? Us. This is why that song keeps playing through my mind. This is our victory card. We're going to overcome them. We're going to overcome this oppression. We're going to fight back like no one's business. We've got angels all over us, helping us take one step at a time and deal with every single step one by one together. We are going to master this. Get out of here, Russia. That's why. It's that close, you guys. It's that close. Don't be distracted. Oh, goodness. That sounds terrible. Haha, she did. I can't believe it. Yes. Okay. Let's grab this other deck. My hands feel icky. Well, I guess I'm just going to go until my camera runs out. It's kind of nice being here, you guys. Yeah, let me get something to drink. I want to wash my hands too. That felt gross. I'll be right back. I'll be right back. Thanks, AHD. Whoops. Okie doke. Put that away now. Okay. What's this? Okay. Okay. Now if I can figure out how to get these. I don't use this deck too often because you see I can't get the cards out. How are you guys doing? It's nice being with you too, Linda. I'm so grateful for you. I'm grateful for all of you. Thank you, HD. Yes, of course. Thank you, Christina. And Jaber. Yeah, I don't use these very often. I actually, let's see. Let me put this on. There we go. Oh, whoops. Wait. Okay, so I don't use these cards very often because they are hard to shuffle. I actually bought this deck because I wanted something in my bag for, you know, being at the hockey rink. This is reverse. But I do like this deck. It's very pretty. I like how sleek and simple it is. What are we doing here? Oh, I think I need to turn those into yes, no cards. I didn't do that yet. I'll do that right now. I bet there's a Sharpie in my closet. So this will be the yes. This will be the no. 7 steps to an accurate, insightful tarot reading. Number 1, create a sacred space. Ask a question. Is my closet sacred enough? Choose a spread. Will it fit in my closet? Okay. They are nice cards. Okay, what am I reading on, you guys? I know I had a question before I stepped away, but I've already forgotten. Reset my mic. Am I okay? I think is it not okay? Yes. Yep. I hope that means our laundry is going to be sacred and clean. Okay, good. Thank you. Hi there. Okay, what am I reading on, you guys? I know there's plenty to read on. They're shuffling kind of nicely. Okay, let's see. Is there anything here? $2021. Okay, T-Barb, 2021. I'm just going to ask, okay, I can go through the months. This is what I'm going to ask. Tarot, what do you want us to focus on in 2021? You know, maybe I should finish this year first, Tarot says to me. But we can lay out the cards for the year of 2021. Okay, got it. Okay. Ooh, January. Ooh, 2 cards. There's an inauguration in January. February. March. Oh, goodness. April. May. June. We'll do these 6 months. The 6 of Pentacles. I certainly hope that means things are more balanced and more charitable. Yes. Yes. This has nothing to do with the money laundering. This is the truest sense of charity. Okay. You guys see that? June. What am I talking about? January. The 2 of Swords. We gotta get to work. We have to prioritize what's going on. Slicing through BS. The 4 of Pentacles, hanging on to our values and who we are, is what I'm getting. Getting back to basics and stability. Cutting. We're gonna have to go without some things, you guys, because we gotta get back to our stability. February. 3 of Wands. We've announced a new plan. I hope this means that our merchants are open, that we are working with our allies, and that we are trying to reintroduce ourselves to the world in a better light. March. The 2 of Wands. We're getting things going in March. We're we've got our plans. They're starting to roll. April, the Hermit. We're going to be looking closely at our needs and what we're doing, scrutinizing a lot of details. We might be going back to investigations and what to do about those things. The Hermit also asks that we look to our mentors, that we ask for guidance, that we look for help. May, the Ace of Swords. The Ten of Pentacles. I wonder if this means the truth comes out about the Trump thing, dynasty. I just hear like slicing through something with assets. I don't know. Values. It's like things are crumbling down. But it's like structures, but it's also like documents and papers flying everywhere. It's just over. Just things get cut through. It's almost like the reign is over. June, the Queen of Cups. Hello, America. You are looking mighty fine. Mighty fine. That looks like a good month. Okay. Let's go on to oh my gosh, gas lamp district, you mean in San Diego? I know, this is so sad. Linda Sandoval, you're going to have to share with us some recipes. Oh, I got to show you guys something. It's okay, Larry girl. I said moderators don't have to be here. This was last minute thing I decided to do. I'm so glad you're here. We're also grateful for you, Larry girl. You are so busy with all of us. So AHD is saying, please join us tomorrow, Minerals. Monday live, we're having an aquamarine meditation. It's going to be for calming our nerves. I love it. Oh, I can't get her jewelry. What is aquamarine good for, AHD? And what time are you doing Minerals Monday live? Yeah, Larry girl, and I think I posted too much stuff today. There's a threshold where you stop getting notifications. So please don't worry about it, okay? Oh, that sounds good, tomato juice. Okay, so continuing, I'm distracted. 2021. July. Oh, what am I doing? August. September. October. November. December. So in July, America's birthday. The devil rears its head again. Yeah, something happens next year, midway through. I keep seeing this. It keeps showing up. Something is happening next year that I don't like. It's showing up again. July. August, the Seven of Pentacles, the Harvest. Ooh, you guys, good investments. We're going to be hopefully reaping good things that we sow. July, August, September. Eight of Swords. September, Eight of Swords. This is opposite Neptune. We're in a Neptune return as well. I mean, Neptune and Pisces return is no opposition. Excuse me, I'm confused. There's that eight again, the Eight of Swords. September, maybe it's jail for someone, I hope. October, the Four of Cups. We have some offers being made. Things to think about. This doesn't feel like force or intimidation or bullying. But we're like considering a lot of things. November, yes, what? Okay, yes, what? The Knight of Cups, an offer is made. A supportive, emotional thing. I worry a little bit about this because I know that I think Biden is a Scorpio. This is November. December. The Nine of Wands. There's some burdens that we're carrying. See, I don't like this. Yeah, I feel like Putin is back to thwart. You know what we need to look at? We need to look at Democrats and Republican voters. You know, we're a divided nation. How are we doing month by month? Okay. Wow, San Diego police put down their batons. So nice. I love San Diego. Love San Diego. Seaport Village, I remember going there in the 80s. I heard they're knocking it down, which just makes me so sad. Okay, so it's okay. Care, go to sleep. Sleep tight. We gotcha. Okay, show me, we're going to go through the year next year. We're going to look at Democrat voters and Trump voters, because I think next year is going to be tough, and they're probably going to still be micro-targeted. So, January Dems, January them, I don't want to say them. I want to say Americans who voted differently, because I'm voting Democrat. I'm coming out of the closet. I'm January, February, blue, February, red, March, okay, January, February, March, April, emotional support. Dem voters next January 2021. Charged up, ready to go. Wow, they are just fired up, chomping at the bit, ready to get to work, get everything in order. There's a lot of work that has to be done. There's so much information that has to be sorted through in order to get off to a good start. January for those red voters are living in a nightmare. Very, very anxious. Yet another sign that I think the guy in blue is going to get elected. February. Blue voters. Oh, God. What are we getting away with now? Come on. Oh, we're seeing how much was stolen. We see how much has been taken away from us. We see the damage that's been done. Red voters are having an absolute tower moment finding this stuff out. Horrifying. March. Why is the Emperor back? Well, then that's what Putin did. What Donald did at the behest of Putin. March, Trump voters, they are tacking down. They are stuck. They're not going to come out. They're not going to listen to a thing. This is who we are. This is what we do. They don't care. They might be retreating. They're going to act more conservatively, but they are still in their own world. This stuff is too scary for them to even look at. April. King of Cups. That's also a Joe Biden card for me. Red voters. Nightmare. They feel like they can't speak or talk or do anything. They've been contained. This crap has been contained. This violence has been contained. This still makes me nervous, though. I don't know how we're going to bridge all this, you guys. Well, one step at a time. Hi, you guys. Thank good. And that's going to vote him out. She's coming out of the closet, too. Right? It's amazing how they're falling. Yeah, it was a last minute thing. That's why there was no notification. I think I've just put out way too much stuff today. And connection here, so you can hear me, but I know that I freeze up a lot. Yes. Okay, so April, let's go on to May 2021. Blue. I'm going to add purple. Blue. Red voters. Purple is what unites us. March, April, May. June. Blue voters. Red voters next June. What unites us? July 2021. And I'm out of space in my closet. What unites us next July? See if we can get to August. Voters August. And what unites us? Goodness. Okay. Someone's left out in the cold. I hope that's all that is. Or it's the border. August, July. Wait, where did I leave off? May, June, July, August, correct? May. So, hi. I'm literally in the closet. Okay, so July. Dems. I don't like this. Did we not just have the devil card? That first round. I think that was in July because it's the birthday. The return of the mafia. Jesus Christ. Red voters. Oh God. Death. What unites us? The King of Wands. Who is the King of Wands? With the government. The Republican Party. Nightmare. China outrage. God, I hope that's not someone instigating this person, which is my angry Putin. We have the devil, we already know in July, instigating something that causes a death or an ending. I told you, I do not like next summer. Okay, August, blue. Infighting, obstruction, Christ. Protests? Oh God, don't be protests. Red, the Trump campaign. Disappointment unites us. July, August. Oh, wait. Thank you. January, February, March, April, May, June. Okay, But July, the devil comes, right? It's going to be a different summer. I'm sorry. Okay, so I had that a little mixed up. Thank you for correcting me on that. This is where my head injury comes into play. This is July. January, February, March, April, May, June, July. May, June, July. May, June, July. Oh, crap. Confusion. So many things to think about. So much what the heck is going on. Red voters. There's Emperor Donald. In the name of Donald, what unites us is Putin. Okay. Putin is doing something next summer. God, that guy has got to go. August. Nightmare, jailed up, contained. Red. They have the strength. What unites us is justice. Okay, I don't like next summer. Shoo, go away. August. So what we have to do between now and then is work our new moon wishes. Eclipses are gonna see us through and change things as well, but next summer is tough. Okay, we're gonna go on. Ooh, low battery. Okay, I think I got a little bit while left. Where was I? January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August. We're starting in September. Start in September. I don't know how many eclipses are in 2021. I know that right now we have 3 eclipses in 6 weeks. Usually you have 4 eclipses in a year. We have 5 this year. Yeah, Linda, where are you? It was about 32 degrees when we got up this morning. We're way in the north woods of Wisconsin right now. Yeah, I think we're going to be uncovering a lot of stuff. Okay, let's go to August. August blue, red, what unites us? September. By the way, I'm just going to add, we're in the same set of eclipses, Gemini, Sagittarius, during the 1964 Civil Rights Acts, the protests, and these were also activated during reparations after the Civil War. This is what we're in for the next 18 months. September, October, November, blue, red. Oh, red feels a little softer now. They don't feel so hostile. What unites us? And December. Yes. Yes, what? Yuck, go away. I hope that Joe Biden, he's a star. Okay, his birthday's in November. Okay, September, blue, the White House, a celebration, family, yay, we're happy in September. Well, that's good. Red, they have a plan. They're waiting for things to work out. They've got something out there. God, Lord help us, this is not Rudy Giuliani. What unites us? The government is uniting us. Wow. Okay. October. Wheel of Fortune. Timing. Something happens. Good, I hope. This is usually a fortunate card. Yes, of course, Larry Girl, helping you guys with your new moon wishes. Hang on to those. I'm so glad we did that. It was probably one of the most powerful things we could have done. Red. The Fool. Why are red Trump voters a fool? Were they taken as a fool? What happened? Why are you red voters a fool in October? What happened? Speaker Pelosi with intelligence. Oh, the tell me that's Rebecca Mercer. Who is that? Or is that COVID? What is this? Queen of Pentacles. No. 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 It's not COVID. Treason. Judgment. Oh. Yeah. God, I hope that's Rebecca Mercer. But they're the Fool. What unites us? The Sun. Revelation. Manipulation. Magic. Holy cow. What is happening in October? November Blue. Defending selves. Fighting off stuff. Red. Oh, they are mad at each other. They are fighting with each other. Look at what happened. What unites us? Theft. What is this thievery about? Well, Donald. His broken agreement with us. The end. Okay. More stuff about Donald. Maybe it's about election stuff comes to light. Then December. We have a new plan. Happy holidays. Red. Wow. In jail. Is this supposed to go this way or this way? No, it still goes this way. Something. This goes back to whatever deal. Aren't Donald and Putin having a discussion tomorrow related to the protests that something fell through, broke off? Is this part of it? Yes, it's related to that. I wonder if those protesters, they're going to be putting people in jail from the protests right now. A year and a half from now, it's eclipse weather. This is eclipsey. This is eclipsey. Something happens with that. So, 2021 is a little easier. This year has been HE double hockey sticks. Yes. I encourage you guys to, if you're still bummed out about this stuff, go listen to my video on threading the eye of the needle. It'll put everything in perspective for you guys. Okay? But I think my battery might be going soon. You guys have any more questions? I'm glad we're here together. I'm Sagittarius and Virgo. How will Virgo and my life be after marriage? Okay, so show me her marriage, life before, life after. Oh, there's a very emotionally supportive man, marriage, Emperor man. This is a 4. This is Aries. It's also, Aries is the optimistic on a new frontier, new world as well. I also married an Aries. It's very exciting. It's a lot of fun. I get a little tired though, where I just am like, can we get him a play date with someone else? Because I'm tired. I cannot keep doing this stuff day in and day out. Energy abounds. Life before marriage. Kind of a mystery. What am I doing with life? Where am I going? What is marriage going to be like? Can I handle it? Will I have my single life? Will I be sad to say goodbye? After marriage? Brand new start. This is fabulous. I love this card. This is one of the most powerful card in the zodiac. The tarot. Because it's a fresh start, newborn, full of potential. Especially with an Aries, it's going to be fun. You guys are going to have fun. So the lunar, so the next solar eclipse in North America 2021 is June 10th, 2021. That's right before Don Julio's birthday, so he's going to get an eclipse before his next solar return. I'm telling you, his solar return this year, he's just toast. I'm so tired of him. Anyway. Oh, will Texas turn blue? I assume for 2020. So, Texas. Will Texas turn blue in 2020? The 2020 election. Show me the 2020 election. Show me Texas voters. What's crowning them? Will they turn blue? How does this link to turning blue? Link to turning blue. Turning blue. And now this is my Trump Russia card. I saw it as brimming with so much incredible potential. Turning blue. Blue. So what's crowning this situation? Ooh. I love seeing the Queen of Pentacles. She represents so many other things, but also the value and worthiness. Being listened, being heard, being of value. 2020 election in Texas. This is micro-targeting, trying to give you another option. Maybe you don't want to vote for that person. Maybe you want to vote for someone else. Covered in Russian apps. Voters. Emperor. Well, Donald is president right now. He thinks he's emperor. Oh God, covered in oligarchs. But covered also in many, many, many voters who value their vote, and they're coming out in droves. Turning blue. Oh, I think that action says yes. The election pointing to yes. The voter pointing to... Does this go this way? They're done with the Republican Party. They're done. They've broken off with them. I'm saying they have a good chance of going blue. Yes, I will add threading the Eye of the Needle video in the box for the live stream. Okay, let's see. How else are we doing? Oh, you found it. Thank you, Dead Z. By the way, Dead Z, I just have to say one more time, I don't even know what video it was. I posted it somewhere, but you were cracking me up with your reaction to, and I don't even know what it was. I have to find out again, but it was classic. I loved it. All right, girl, you just keep going, keep going. Okay, you guys, how are we doing? This is going to be the last call. Last call. For alcohol. No, not alcohol. From the closet. Beto O'Rourke is working hard for it. Sure. No problem. Last call. Last call. I think it has a good chance of going blue. People are, they have definitely broken off with the status quo, but Linda, the elections are still very much covered in literally tampering interference. But we'll see. I mean, these are strange times. Is Obama going to be in the Supreme Court? Oh, okay. Sterling said very close. It stays red by a few. It's okay, T Barb. I'll add it. Okay. So, is Obama going to be a Supreme Court judge? I think he's fulfilled with family. I would be expecting to see like a King of Swords here with him being a judge. I think there's a lot of desire for him to be, so I don't think he really wants it. It would be nice if Texas turned blue. I think it's too early to tell. Remember, we have 3 eclipses to get through before we get to the election. And we have a Mars retrograde that is going to wreak havoc on everything. And I don't know if Mercury is going to be retrograde then. But here, let's ask what the 3 eclipses on the Texas election. Show me the 2020 Texas election. What does the eclipse June 5th? How does it affect the election? That's a full moon eclipse. Then, oh my God, you guys, this new moon eclipse on the summer solstice. Okay, 10% left. Summer solstice is so important. Get that on your calendar. We are going to have to hamper down and work at this one. The summer solstice new moon eclipse. And then there's a full moon eclipse, I think on July 5th. How does it affect the Texas election? And then Mars goes retrograde. And how does that cover the election? Ooh, 3 of Swords. Texas election. Jesus. Does this go this way? Oh, it stays this way. It goes this way. The election, agreements. Oh God, coming in fast. The 8 of Wands is how KJU would show up and how they try to run up the numbers quickly. They keep them really quickly, but if an election is hacked, at the very last second, all of a sudden numbers flip. Texas is horrible. Oh, okay. So the first election, eclipse, is going to affect the election by the Queen of Swords. This is KY Jelly now. You know, his sister, KJU's sister. I don't like saying her name. She has assumed this role with interference. Let's see what she does then. This is outside foreign interference and hacking. The Cancer solar eclipse affects it. I feel like this is our intelligence fighting back at this. I don't feel like this is an attack. I feel like we're defending against. And then the next full moon eclipse, going to the past. This is the GOP. But I feel like there's calm here. Then Mars goes retrograde. Cripe for the Emperor, Don Julio, and it's going to cover the elections by judgment. That leans conservative. That's a lot of voters. Do people not get to vote? There's some type of action that's going to be taken about something going on this fall with these elections and rigging. I don't know. Something's going on with that. So, okay. Are we good? Are we good? Yeah, you know what? I see KJU energies like how he operated in North Korea being revived this week. But he's been dead as dead, unless he's coming out of a coma. Because every single lunation I've had since he was dead, this is the first week he is kind of propped up. With the protests. That is interesting. This is the first time he showed up in the lunations. Everybody else was showing that they were talking with the sister. He had a little bit more connections this week, but like on the wrong tone deaf stuff, if that makes sense. So I'll have to check in with, because everyone I was looking at in the background, like, you know, Jared and everyone who knows him were saying he was dead. That the 8 of Cups, there was also a change in plan because he was not available. So I don't know who Sterling is. So anyway. Okay. So I think that's it, you guys. I think we're going to wrap it up here. Okay? Be sure to check out Threading the Eye of the Needle. And you take care of you guys. Remember the passage I read here right early on. Go back to that over and over and over. It was such a good little lift. Okay? So you know what, I'm going to close this out. I just did 2021 house. It looks like he's not in office. Thank you, Jaybird. Thanks, you guys. Thank you, Gma5. Have a good night. Thank you, moderators. Thank you, everyone, for your love and support. Love you more. Just one step at a time, okay? One step at a time. We've got this, okay? Okay. Good night. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Good night. Yes. Thanks.